Optimism. It's good. I love it. Good stuff. Our Lexus pitching matchup brings us Felix Hernandez against Clayton Richard. Felix coming back after a sore back that he suffered against Chicago. This is going to be an interesting matchup here. Let's see what Felix can do against his downtrodden San Diego ball club.
Well, Felix has dominated the Padres overall, but I think we have to take a look at him in the first inning and see where he's at with his back and how healthy he actually is. I have to believe he's in great shape if he's taking the mound tonight. If he is, his career numbers are outstanding in the National League.
Felix in interleague play has posted some interesting numbers over the course of his career. 16 at the team record 16-7, his record 12-6.
You have to wonder if when they go to the National League ballparks, David, is he just excited to hit, or what is he doing? But he definitely has dominated the National League, and I suspect if he's healthy tonight, he has a good chance of doing that against a lineup that has really struggled in the Padres.
He cannot wait to swing the bat. Let me tell you, we'll see the Padres these 3 games here, and then we'll see him again next week down in San Diego. Glad you're with us as the Mariners continue this homestand after a couple of days off. It's the Mariners and the Padres as we move closer to first pitch. It is straight ahead here at Safeco Field.
By CenturyLink. By Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By Widmer Brothers Brewing. Craft brewing in Portland, Oregon since 1984. And by the Emerald Queen Casino. Inviting you to a spectacular evening live with Anita Baker June 22nd. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. And coming up in mere moments, we've got the king up against the lefty, Clayton Richard, who is after his first win on the road this season. But we focus in on Felix for a moment. And to do that, we bring in Bill Kruger out in center field. Bill, you look at Felix through his first 7 starts, an ERA of 1.89, an opponent batting average of $1.89. What was it that he was doing when he allowed just 2 home runs that made him so unbelievably fantastic?
Well, the rest of us are just mortals. This guy is in a class all by himself. When he's got it rolling, he's the best in baseball, and that's the way he was his first 5 turns. Pounding down in the strike zone. This guy makes very few mistakes up. And boy, when he's down, sinking fastballs, the changeup that bottoms out, curveball, slider, and unpredictable to boot. I mean, he only walked 14 and 52 while striking out 51. He was vintage. But then, things like any other season ends, you're going to go through stretches.
All right, and you look at what he has done over his last 5 starts, and it's been very different, Bill. A 6.14 ERA, opponents getting up over 300, and the home runs way up there in 17 innings, allowing 7 home runs. This isn't the Felix we know. We don't even recognize this guy.
Again, the ball gets up in the strike zone. He's got a few more walks. His hits are higher than innings pitched. How do you explain it? Well, you get through periods of time where you hit a wall, you fatigue a little bit, and your front side starts opening up too quick, and that's when he starts making arm side mistakes. You look at these 2 home runs right here to Gordon Beck. They're both inside and up, and then here's a changeup. He rarely leaves the changeup up, and Adam Dunn smears it. So, again, he's just got to be a little crisper. Maybe the injury was a factor. Fatigue is certainly a factor. You're going to have ebb and flow in a season. This has been his ebb. He's going to go back to flowing like we've seen him in the past, so I'm not concerned. He hits the refresh button. That's a big warning sign to the rest of the league on both sides, because this guy's going to come back with a vengeance, Ange.
All right, Bill, thank you very much. And maybe he's just been trying to be too perfect. He has gotten just 1 run or fewer in a third of his career starts. That's tough to pitch better than that. That is just nuts. Yet he has found a way to win so many of them after his 90th victory tonight. And we've got it for you next here on Root Sports.
Brightening skies here in Seattle. The good news, they pulled the roof back. And even better news tonight, as the San Diego Padres come to town for a 3-game series. On the mound tonight, number 34 in your program and number 1 in your hearts, Felix Hernandez, back after an 11-day respite from a back injury. Welcome to Mariner Baseball, everybody. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers. Here's the bunt by Will Venable to start the game. Flip, and he beats it out. Base hit. Take a look at the rest of the batting order for the San Diego Padres.
Following Venable, it'll be Forsythe, then it's Headley Quinn. He's been the hot hitter for the Padres. Want to stay away from him. Alonso, Denorfia, Maben, Hundley, and Cabrera will hit ninth. Felix again coming off the back injury. So we'll see how he does here in the first inning. That's going to be the important inning for Felix. Get through the first, come back out in the second. If he looks like he's going to be okay, he'll probably be in there every 5 days again. Felix been as durable as anybody in the league, but fortunate back grabbed him and had to take some time off. 11 days in between starts.
Felix looking to turn his record around as he throws over Venable. 7 out of 12 in base stealing. Felix started this season as first 7 starts 3-1, a 1.89 ERA. Since then, last 5 starts 1-3 with a 6.14. Just underway. Here's Logan Forsythe.
Venable. Well, he was trying to get a walking lead out at second base, and actually 2 steps before Felix even started home, decided to shut it down. A couple of things the Padres, they've really struggled this year across the board, but a couple of things they do well is they will steal bases. They're second in the National League in stolen bases. They'll try to work counts, 4th in walks. So for the Mariners pitching staff, you want to be aggressive with these guys and make them swing it.
Padres have had their struggles, as Mike talked about. They've only won 6 games on the road, 6-21. Strike Forsythe. Bud Black out of Longview, Washington. 54 years of age. Outstanding pitcher in his day. Won 121 games. Lost 116 for Kansas City, Cleveland, San Francisco, and Cleveland again. With Mike Scioscia as the pitching coach when the Angels won it all in 0-2. What a jump, and now shutting it down, Venable, and they got him tied up, and he's out. Bud Black said if it hadn't been one thing, it's been another.
Well, we saw him do this a couple of pitches earlier, just trying to time Felix's move to home. Felix, the veteran pitcher, now is able to step off the mound and get him in a rundown. Eventually, Ackley tags him out.
It's out 1-3-4, so 1 out, and they count 1-1 for Forsythe. Popped up, playable for Ackley. Ichiro calls him off. 2 outs.
Take a look at the defense for the Mariners. Saunders out in center field has done a great job. Figgins getting the start in left against the left-handed pitcher. And then on the infield, Kyle Seager is at third. Ryan and Ackley up the middle. Smoke at first. Miguel Olivo will do the catching. Miguel with some big offensive numbers against the Padres in his career.
Here's Chase Headley, third baseman. Felix has owned him, 1 for 13. They're just taking all kinds of precautions, not rushing Felix back, give him 11 days off, missed the start. He's back, ready to go.
I think with Felix, he's one of those guys, he wants to be on the mound, he wants to pitch. Probably waiting for him to say, I feel pretty good, and then go ahead and give him a couple of extra days after that. See, his no decision against the White Sox, the game that he's struggling was hurt.
0-2 pitch. Just away. Rick Wedge on the left, the skipper of the Mariner Ball Club, said he hoping that Felix is going to work ahead. Don't walk anybody. And no pitch count restrictions on it. Bounce up there, 2-2. The other thing I was talking to Wedge about, I said, listen, you got a team coming in, they're struggling big time. I said, I know you're not taking anything for granted. He says, hey, not at this level. No way. I don't care what their record is. We still going to do our job. Lay it out there and beat these guys. Not worried about their record, which is not very good at 20-41. You mentioned 6-21 on the road.
Well, player-wise, I think you have to feel like you have a chance to do some things against the Padres because of their struggles, and that coming after the Dodgers were in town, the team with the best record in baseball. Take it on the chin, losing 2 out of 3 to them. You want to take it out on somebody, and here come the Padres.
There's a walk and a 3-2 pitch to Headley. 2 out, 1 on. And it'll bring up their main power source. It's coming back off the DL, Carlos Quentin.
Yeah, 35 at bats. He already has 5 home runs, 10 RBIs, and he's had success in interleague play.
Quentin was a terrific slugger with the Chicago White Sox. Home plate umpire Jerry Meals, Gary Darling at first, Paul Emmel at second, and Scott Barry at third. Back safely. Headley's he's a guy that'll run on occasion. He's 7 out of 11. There for strike to Carlos Quentin. Came up with Arizona and was with the D-backs in 06 and 07. Moved to the White Sox in 08. And boy, did he take off from there. 36 home runs in 08. 21 part-time in 09. 26 and 24 home runs the last 2 years. That hitting. Quentin coming over from the Sox New Year's Eve 6 months ago. So Felix with a walk and a hit batter.
As you would suspect with the layoff, Felix not as sharp as he normally would be. That hits him on the right elbow. Tremendous run on the fastball. You take a look at the McDonald Supermo ball running in and hitting on the inside part of his elbow. For Felix, it may take a few pitches tonight to get the rust off.
It's his 7th hit batter of the season. It's the most on the pitching staff. Brings up Yonder Alonso, the first baseman. Alonso at 259. Homer, 16 runs batted in. Alonso came over from Cincinnati last December. Pitcher, right-hander Edison Volquez and Brad Boxberger. And catcher Yasmani Randall in exchange for Matt Latos. 2 out, 2 on here in the first for San Diego, just underway. Bouncing ball to Ackley. Throws over to Smoke, and that'll do it for the Padres in the first. So Felix gets through the first inning, no harm done. Mariners coming to bat here at Safeco Field. Mariners at home, and they're ready for action against the San Diego Padres. 3-game set with them. The Giants to follow. It's a Kings Court night with Felix Hernandez on the mound, and Ichiro going to lead it off for the Mariners against young left-hander, 28 years old, Clayton Richard. Richard obtained from the White Sox, Jake Peavy deal in July of 2009.
He's given up a lot of hits this year, 80 hits on the season in just 76 and 2/3 innings. He does have 43 strikeouts.
Strike one to Ichiro. Ichiro at 263. 4 homers, 21 runs batted in. Center field for Maben. One out. Take a look at the rest of the batting order for the Mariners.
Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Chevron.
Ichiro leading things off as you just saw. There's a little bit change in the lineup. Montero moving up to hit third. Seager will hit cleanup tonight. Miguel Oliva, a lot of success against the Padres in his career. 343 average with 4 home runs. Figgins getting the start in left field. He will hit 8th tonight. Brendan Ryan will round out the 9 for the Mariners.
Well, partner, you're giving some yeoman effort here. Glad you could make it in. Good to see you, but you got to get it. I know you're going to get out of here. Dan Wilson going to slide in. We'll take care of that.
Get my
sounds
voice
rough.
back.
Yeah, man. Been there, done that. Quick 0-2 to Ackland.
Richards with a good fastball. It'll be 93, 94 miles an hour. Mixes in a slider and a changeup. He's given up 10 home runs this year.
Quick worker. Bounced up there 2-2. Ackley 2 for 7 on the homestand. There's his interleague numbers. Broken bat ground ball to Logan Forsythe. Throws over to Alonso for the second out. Let's take a look at the Padre defense.
Padres have struggled defensively this year, but they're young. Maben in center field can go get it with the best of them. A lot of speed out in center field. Venable, saw him lead off. He can also run. They cover a lot of ground in the outfield. Headley over at third base. This Cabrera, Forsythe up the middle. Young first baseman in Alonso, and then Nick Hundley will do the catching tonight.
Clayton Richard, product of the University of Michigan, played football and baseball there. Montero, the hitter, DHing tonight. It's a good session, some good rounds during batting practice. He went straight away center field, often up against the batter's eye. That was impressive. I wanted to count to Jesus.
I think if you look at the lineup, Montero probably more suited to hit cleanup. Kyle certainly hitting third, but this at least breaks the left-handers up for Eric Wedge by switching the two.
1-1 from Richard. Popped it up and appears to be playable. First baseman Alonso giving way to Forsythe, makes the catch in fair territory, and that'll do it. Safe home, Mike. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Dan Wilson will be sliding over into that chair. No scores. We go to the second inning. Night at Safeco Field in Seattle. Glad you're with us. Mariners continuing this homestand and sliding in. Fireman of the Year, Dan Wilson. Good to see you, Dano. How are you?
Good to be here.
Mike was really playing hurt here. He gave us a good first inning.
As usual, as you would expect from Blow, though, he's gutting it out. But glad to give him a spell here, and it's good to see Felix back on the mound.
Well, you know it. It means everything to this franchise, obviously, to have Felix back. And he is always so energetic and just ready to go. He'll face 6, 7, and 8. Padre order. Line drive off the bat of Chris Denorfia. Drops down for a base hit. Sean Figgins will get it back in. They had a first pitch bunt to start the game by Will Venable. Here's Denorfia, first pitch swinging here for a base hit.
Yeah, it's a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, kind of down in the strike zone, but middle of the plate. And a nice line drive out there to left center for the base hit.
Second hit given up by Felix to bring up the center fielder, Cameron Maben. Maben coming back from an injury. He ran into a center field wall in Milwaukee. Back and neck injury, so he's trying to fight his way back. You can see the numbers not good. 217. Shortens up, takes a ball. First meeting between the Mariners and the Padres. As you know, they share the Peoria Sports Complex down in Arizona during spring training. So we see a lot of these guys in the month of March. Fastball gets the outside corner, 1-1.
Get to know these teams pretty well, Dave. You play each other like you mentioned in spring training, and everybody gets to know each other pretty well.
Yeah,
these two
it's almost like an intramural match.
It is.
You remember Cameron Maben? I know Mariner fans will remember from last year. Remember he got the 3-ball count. I believe it was with Doug Fister on the mound. And it was the only run of the game. Check swing. Did he go? He did go. It's at first base umpire Gary Darling. Gary Darling, I think, he's the umpire that me and Bobby Valentine had a little face-to-face, and the gum came out of his mouth. And Bobby's looking at him. He gave him a look. Oh, man. Gaines Court chanting for a strikeout. Got a 1-2 to Maben. Comebacker. There's Ryan for one. Smuck for two. A 1-6-3 double play. Nicely turned.
Well, this fastball here eats Maben up on the inside part of the plate, ties him up on the hand. He stumbles coming out of the box, which is a good thing. He's got a lot of speed, but that gave Brendan Ryan plenty of time to turn the double play. Nice pitch, nice play on the middle.
Got to be strong up the middle. Catcher, shortstop, center fielder. Your perspective as a catcher watching Ryan play every night.
Oh, I tell you what. I mean, some of the stuff he does. I think what really impressed me was when he came in the other night in that combined no-hitter and made that play in the 9th coming off the bench.
But the ball finding him like
oh,
bang,
my goodness.
Immediately, right?
Right away, and for him to come in there and get a speedy D. Gordon, that was just that was a great play.
Nick Hundley, the catcher, standing in with 2 outs. Just talking to Kevin Millwood at the cage today. And he's been around 17, 18 years, seen a lot, seen it all. I said, you get to watch Ryan. Give me your thoughts. I mean, you're a guy that depends on the shortstop. And hey, man, he's up there with the best I've played with and against, of course, in his career. Mariners hoping to get Millwood back for Saturday at the strained right groin. Took him out of the Friday night 6-man no-hitter. I love Wilhelmson's reaction. He didn't realize it was no. And out comes Montero jumping on him. And, oh, yeah, that's right. Luckily, Mike and I were talking about this Sunday. Luckily, Montero, Tommy's a big guy that he could stand Montero jumping on him. It was great. A little different from Yogi Berra. 3-1 pitch.
exciting night. I never had the chance to be a part of a no-hitter, Dave, but for a catcher, what a notch in your belt. Great accomplishment for a guy behind the plate, and it's great to see Jesus. You could tell after the game, like you mentioned, he was fired up.
That's a lot of fun. Felix looking for his first strikeout. Fouled off. Felix, the ace of the staff, trying to start racking up some W's. Last 5 starts, 1-3, a 6.14 ERA. Line drive, right field, broken bat fly ball for Ichiro towards the line. He runs it down. That'll do it. Double play, big part of the second inning. Nothing across for San Diego. Coming up for the Mariners, Seager, Smoke, and Olivo here at Safeco Field. Padres in town against the Mariners, first of 3. And it's going to be the lucky person. All right. He's ready to rock and roll. Boy, that's a big turkey leg, isn't it? Go ahead, have at it. Friday, first 40,000 fans are going to take home the King of all bobbleheads. The Felix Hernandez bobblehead night. It features the Mariners ace. He'll be wearing a Yellow Kings Court t-shirt. To get your tickets, the Felix Hernandez bobblehead night, Mariners take on the San Francisco Giants. Do so at mariners.com. Dave Sims, Dan Wilson, Mike Flowers under the weather. Wendy getting her bite of the Wendy Lee getting a bite of the turkey leg. Kyle Seager leads it off. Kyle batting in 4th spot tonight, followed by Smoke and Olivo. Kyle's been outstanding this year. 273, leads by 1/100th of a point. Going into tonight's game as the leading hitter on the Mariner Ball Club ahead of Michael Saunders, 273 to 272. Here's the 0-2. Richard, the former quarterback at the University of Michigan, he's 1-2 to Seager. RBI leader since May 1. Great company for Kyle. Hamilton, Bautista, Pujols, Trumbo. Tight, 2-2. Seager 2 for 8. Two for 8 on the homestand. Kyle Seager breaks the ball. That is foul. How about Seager with the RBIs? Doing a great job. Leads the ball club with 38. 23 of them have come with 2 outs.
Yeah, that's some clutch hitting. That's what you love to see, especially with those guys in the middle of the order like Kyle has been. And just can't say enough about what he's done offensively, and made some nice plays down at third. He's been pretty stellar down there. He's filled in at second base a little bit, so he's done a lot of work for this Mariner club this year.
2-pitch fouled off. Mariners would love to get guy with a glove with a Mariner cap and t-shirt on makes the catch. But the Mariners would love to get to Clayton Richard. Has just been real tough. Good job there. Brought the glove. She's happy. Nice clean catch. Clayton Richard on the road in 6 road starts. 0-4 ERA of 6.57. Bouncing ball to the shortstop Cabrera. Throws to Alonso, 1 out. In today's game, we are participating in the Home Run Challenge. Today, every home run hit in this game raises $14,000 for prostate cancer research. You can make a pledge by calling 800-798-CURE, that's 2873, or go online at www.pcf.org. That's 800-798-2873. 1 out here in the Mariners' second. That brings up Justin Smoke. One of the hosts at yesterday's Cystic Fibrosis Mariners Care golf outing. He raised a ruckus in the driving range. About the 4th shot he took on the driving range with his driver. The driver went about 50 yards. It was brand new. He was not happy. This one drilled deep to right center field. Got a lot of carry going back. And on the track making the catch is Venable right in front of the 385 sign for the second out. They got a barrel to it.
Yeah, good pitch up in the strike zone, and Justin just takes that ball the other way on the outside part of the plate and up, and Justin gives that ball a good ride. You can see the good extension there as he drives that ball to the fence in right center field.
2 outs. Here's Miguel Olivo catching tonight. Trying to get over the Mendoza line, just at a $1.97 right now. Had a lot of fun at the Mariners Care golf outing. Doug Houghton, Andy Downs, Keith Barnes, all from Harley Marine. Had a lot of fun with those fellas.
I think my burning question is, did Justin golf right-handed or did he golf left-handed?
He golfs right-handed, and he said when he breaks the driver, I said, well, find your sales rep and give him one for it and demand 2 in return. But he said he used the driver. He's 6'4", 6'5". He had to use a little driver. He was hunched over. But he still almost won the long driving contest. Strong he is as Olivo strikes out to end the Mariners' second. We get zeros on the board here in Seattle. No score, the Padres and the Mariners. Dan Wilson, Mike Lauer's under the weather. We'll be back tomorrow. Let's check out our AT&T trivia question. Who holds the Padres record for career home runs. Tony Gwynn, Dave Winfield, Nate Colbert, or Adrian Gonzalez. That is a good list. Wow. Nate Colbert was a good home run hitter for the Padres in the early days, 69-70. Winfield hit a lot. Tony, of course, hit for high average. He was with him for his entire time. As we look at Everth Cabrera, the shortstop, he's batting ninth, followed by Will Venable and Logan Forsythe, 9-1 and 2.
So if I get the answer right tonight, does that count one for Mike?
I think we have to start. It'll start for Mike, I'm told. Okay. The commissioner's rule.
That's a toughie. You know, I got a fellow Gopher with B there, David Winfield. But I think I'm going to go back to C. I'm going to go way back to Nate Colbert.
I'm going with C. It's a good choice. 3-0 here. Felix not sharp. Walked the batter, hit a batter. Still looking for his first strikeout. Did have a double play in the second. I like Mr. Colbert. I think that's a doggone good choice. Just to spice it up, though, I will go with Winnie. I'll go with Winfield. Nate Colbert is a doggone good one. Counts 3-1 here to Cabrera. And he loses second walk. Fans are saying that they think it's Tony Gwynn.
I'll tell you what, Tony Gwynn could hit, but didn't hit for a lot of power.
37% jumping on T. Gwynn. Nate Colbert was a good one. He and Cito Gaston, I believe. Big tandem in those early Padre days. Top of the order, Will Venable. Bunted his way on and then got caught in a rundown. Infield at double play depth. Cabrera, pretty good runner. Venable runs well, runs fast. He takes off. Fly ball left field, backs up Figgins. Backing up, makes the catch on the track, and retreating is Cabrera on the long fly out by Will Venable. One down here in the top of the third. Hottest June on record rolls on at Safeco Field this weekend. It's a showdown with the boys from the Bay. San Francisco Giants in town. Tim Lincecum, the 2010 World Series champions. They get here Friday to take on Felix Ichiro and the Mariners in a big 3-game thriller. So get your tickets to see the Giants. Get them at mariners.com. Good to have the military in the house tonight. We always see them when we're in San Diego. Usually Sunday afternoons in San Diego. It's a big attendance day for the military members. Logan Forsythe looks at a strike.
Padres usually wear their camo unis, I think, too.
Yeah. No runs and 2 hits for San Diego through 2 and change. That ball gets away, but Ackley's going to take care of it. Smoke couldn't find it. Ball hit the bag, it appeared. It hit somebody's foot.
Well, Cabrera off the bag now, taking him in. Looks like it got him in the back of the calf there. Got him in the calf of the left foot.
You bet.
Actually, Mariners caught a break there. That ball bounced back into play. Ackley was able to retrieve it.
Breaking ball fouled into Olivo's glove for strike. 0-2 to Forsythe. Forsythe just called up his 8th game, off to a great start. Got 9 hits and 26 at bats entering tonight's game. Swing and a miss. There's the first Felix Hernandez strikeout of the night. 2 down here in the third.
Good pitch by Felix here. It's an off-speed pitch down in the strike zone where you want to be with an 0-2 count. See, Miguel Olivo will have to go down to block this ball, but Felix doing a really nice job of going up at the top of the strike zone early in the count and then finish him off 0-2 down in the dirt.
Great look with the McDonald's Supermo. Chase Headley stands in. He walked his first time. Headley, their most productive offensive player the Padres have. 30 runs batted in, leads them in doubles with 16, actually tied with Alonso for the team lead there. 59 hits, leads the ball club, as do his 31 runs scored. Padres come in last place, 18 and a half behind the Dodgers. What Black says, the inconsistency is really something in. When we start to hit, we don't pitch. When we pitch, we don't hit. But catching the ball of late, it's been a lot better. Their biggest problem is runners back in safely. 8 of the 12 starting pitchers they had from that they broke camp with in spring training either are or have been on the DL.
Wow. Yeah, injuries are tough, and then when you play inconsistently, it all piles up. And the Dodgers really have taken off in that division, so it's been a tough start for the Padres.
There's the coach and staff right there. Runner goes, swung on a miss. Olivo on the transfer, bobbles. And he got a stolen base for Cabrera. That'll be his 6th. He's 6 for 6.
Well, I think Felix was watching Cabrera closely at first base with 2 outs here. You thought maybe he would take off. It's a pitch that's inside, and that's a. You can see Miguel coming out, but he just couldn't make the transfer. And as he got ready to throw the ball, he couldn't get it into his throwing hand. So Cabrera with his 6th stolen base of the year.
See if Felix can get out of it 1-2 here. To Headley. Little looper. Going to be trouble. Coming on. Figgins coming on. Can't get it. Run scores. He bobbles. Headley makes the turn. And he'll hold there. So a bloop single. RBI Chase Headley. It's 1-0 San Diego.
As a stolen base, Dave, proves effective. As Headley just gets enough of this ball to get it out into short left field. It's a good pitch up in the strike zone, trying to tie him up on the hands. And Headley does not hit this ball hard, but just does get enough of it. Drops in front of Figgins for the base hit and an RBI.
3rd San Diego hit. Brings up Carlos Quentin. He got hit by a pitch his first time up. Power guy, and he smokes one in the left field. Base hit. 1st and 2nd. 2 outs for San Diego. Carlos Quentin now 5 for 19 against Felix Hernandez.
Well, Quentin up there, first ball hit, and gets a breaking ball. This one stays in the middle of the plate. It's down about knee level, maybe a little bit above the knee, but too much in the middle of the plate, and Quentin's there to hit it sharply into left field.
Yonder Alonso stands in, first baseman. 6th hitter this inning for San Diego. Bouncing ball to Ackley. Go to smoking, that'll do it. So the Padres get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave a couple. They've got a 1-0 lead. Is in town, first of 3. They lead 1-0 on a Chase Headley RBI. Here's Michael Saunders to lead it off the home here in the home third. Saunders had that fabulous road trip in Tahiti at 487. And he took his batting average from 224 to 277. He enters today 272, 100th of a point behind Kyle Seager. Good pitch by Richard, 1-2. Richard has had 6 up and 6 down, man.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's throwing that fastball 92, 94, somewhere in that range, and then using that breaking ball. He's got a little bit of a changeup as well for the right-handers.
Off-speed pitch hit foul. Saunders, Figgins, and Ryan 7-8-9 for the Mariners. Last 19 game, the Mariners 8-11 against some powerhouses: Texas, the White Sox, the Angels, and the Dodgers. I think that's a good number, 8-11.
Yeah, I think they've played some good baseball against some of the toughest teams in baseball right now.
Fought off by Saunders.
Even had a no-hitter in that day.
Not going to forget that one, I'll tell you. Really impressive. 10 pitchers. 6 pitchers combined for the 10th combined no-hitter in baseball history. Saunders fouls it off.
That kind of a stretch, Dave, against those kinds of teams, I think has got to give this young Mariner club a lot of confidence that they can hang with the good teams in this game, and that's just a good feeling to know that when you go out on that field, you can compete with anybody in that league.
Kevin Millwood, he got it started off on Friday. What a ball game he threw. Fouled off. Millwood retired the first 12 men that he faced. 5th inning, walked Rivera on a 3-2 pitch, then had him erased in a double play. Got Hairston to strike out looking, so he faced a minimum of 15 through 5. Then had a 1-2-3 6th. And that groin went. Get that second out. He hurt himself. 1-2 pitch. Fouled away again. Kevin Millwood threw a no-hitter with the Phillies against the Giants in 03. Pitch number 9 coming up. Here's the 1-2. Broken bat, Loper just over the outstretched glove of Cabrera. Base hit, the first of the night for the Mariners.
Well, this is a really nice at-bat for Michael Saunders. Not only does he pick up the base hit, but he makes Richard throw 10 pitches, and on that 10th pitch, he's able to get the breaking ball just off the end of the bat and just over the shortstop. His head to into center field for the base hit. So some good hitting right there, and making Richard throw a lot of pitches.
See if they can make it pay off here. Here's Sean Figgins getting the start tonight. Went 0 for 3 on Saturday. Shows bunt. Takes the ball. Biggie, the leading bunter on the ball club, with 6. Next closest with 2 is Brendan Ryan. Higgins has bunted successfully 3 times as a right-hander, 3 times as a left-hander. Swings away, double play ground ball right there. Forsythe, Cabrera. They turn it a 4-6-3 twin killing, and a quick 2 outs. His fans booing Figgins, need to back off a little bit. This Thursday, the Mariners are celebrating last Friday's unique and historical no-hitter against the Dodgers with a special offer, because 6 Mariner pitchers combined to throw a no-hitter. Tickets and special view-level seating sections will be available for only $6. Plus, all fans in attendance are going to get the commemorative poster. It's a beauty. Commemorative from that memorable night. So get your $6 no-hitter ticket to Thursday's game. Go to mariners.com/6. Great poster. Go it out with the boys in the pen. Both teams have turned 2 here tonight. Brendan Ryan. Looper into right field. Nice dive at the last second by Will Venable. Basketball player and a baseball player at Princeton University. His daddy, Max, was a good player in the big leagues. 1-0 San Diego. After that, to revisit our AT&T trivia question, who holds a Padre record career homers? I went with Dave Winfield. Dan went with Nate Colbert. The fans went with Tony Gwynn. Survey says Nate Colbert with 163. Adrian Gonzalez with 161. Mr. Gwynn at 135. Pretty good players there. Colbert, Gonzalez, Nevin, Winfield, Gwynn, Klesko, and Caminiti. Nate Colbert, good player. Top of the fourth, a 1-0 Padre lead. Chris D'Onofrio, the left fielder, stands in. Breaking ball for a strike. Chris got a base hit in the center his first time up. Felix giving up a run on 4 hits. Padres have left 5 on base. Mariners have just 1 hit tonight. Michael Saunders, a leadoff in the bottom of the third, and a race to a double play. You've seen this before. 11 days. I don't care how good you are. You're going to be rested.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit. Maybe a start or two for Felix to get back in the rhythm.
There's a strike.
Pitchers get very used to that 4 days in between, and they get a nice routine going, a nice system going where they do some physical work during the week. They throw their bullpen during the week. But when you break that cycle, it can take some adjustment to get it back.
Now you got to start all over again, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Chase Headley, an RBI single, 2 outs in the third, and early run in the ball game. Roof was closed until right before first pitch. Got a 2-2 here to D'Onofrio. Low, full count. Felix has walked 2 and hit a batter as well with 1 strikeout. On deck hitter Cameron Maben, the center fielder. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball hit down Glenn Hoffman, third base coach. Trevor Hoffman, the outstanding closer for so many years with this ball club as well as Milwaukee. To right center field and deep. Saunders giving chase, 1 high, off the fence, digging for 3. D'Onofrio, and he's going to get there safely. Drove it to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark, plus Saunders was shading a little bit towards left center field. So the 3rd triple of the season for Chris D'Onofrio, the left fielder, and a good start to the 4th inning for San Diego.
Well, after a 3-2 pitch that D'Onofrio fouled off, Felix goes to the fastball, and this one's up and away. And D'Onofrio drives this deep into the right center corner. not wanting to make the first out at third base. He's coming in hard with a nice dive at third base, and Padres have a good scoring opportunity.
Good night for D'Onofrio. He's got 2 hits tonight, a single and now that triple as you watch him slide in with his Superman dive. Down Superman. Maben bounced into a double play. Back up the middle. Ryan got a nice hop. Holds the runner. Throws out Maben, 1 down. Now is your chance to ask the booth anything you want. Tweet your questions to @RootSports_NW. Answer some of your questions later on in the game. And looking forward to playing his part in Ask Mike. Just joining us, Mike Blowers had to take his leave. Under the weather. Playing hurt tonight as that one fouled right off the mask. Strike 1 by Nick Hundley, the catcher. Still blinking. See Miguel blinking there. That one. That shot registered.
Yeah, that's one of those job hazards back there.
Hundley, being a catcher himself, he gets it. He stepped out. Give him a couple of seconds to regain. Popped up back this way. Booth to our right. High speed pitch brought to you by CenturyLink. Richard at 95 and Felix at 94. By the way, foul balls come up here, you're allowed to vamoose. If you want to slide left or right, feel free.
Well, I just hope I can hold on to it, unlike Mike the other night.
Yeah, well, talk to me when you hear that sizzle coming your way. It's different from when you get the leather on, pal. I think Scott Berger, he does the right thing. I don't blame you. Get out of the way. That's our game camera following all the action. Way to go, Scott. You're not giving out hero points, catching, ruining, or breaking a finger or something.
Absolutely not. Big pitch coming up here, Dave. Felix way ahead at 1 and 2 with that runner on third base, 1 out. He'd really like to get the strikeout in this situation.
Down low to Nick Hundley. 2 and 2 with 1 out and runner at third.
Hundley wanting that ball up in the strike zone to try to get it to the outfield for the sacrifice fly. Felix with a good change up there, that last pitch down low.
Infield about halfway. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out as Oliva holds on to the foul tip. Second strikeout tonight for Felix Hernandez. 2 down. Here in the fourth with the runner at third.
Well, after that 1 and 2 changeup down, Felix elects to throw that good hard fastball up in the strike zone, and it ties Hundley up. He swings right through it, 93 miles an hour up and in. A good pitch and a huge strikeout there for Felix Hernandez.
Here's Cabrera, shortstop, batting ninth. Walk, a stolen base, and scored on the Headley base hit in the third with 2 outs.
I think we've seen Felix tonight with the good velocity. I don't think he's missing anything there, but like we talked about, just its consistency, it's being around the strike zone and putting that ball where he wants it, and so it's location that's a little bit tougher to get back.
0-1 pitch. Popped up. Going to get out of it. Ryan makes the play. Nice job by Felix Hernandez. Gives up a leadoff triple, then a ground out, a strikeout, and a pop-up. Not bad. 1-0 San Diego. Something going here offensively. Clayton Richard has done a heck of a job through the first 3 innings, holding the Mariners to just 1 hit. Ichiro's going to lead it off. Ichiro, Ackley, and Montero top of the order. Richard tonight has struck out 1. Has not walked anybody. Retired the first 6 men that he faced. Got a double play in the 3rd. Then a fly out. So he's faced the minimum. Just 1 hit. Second time around, what are you seeing that you've learned for the first time around against Clayton Richard?
Well, I think that he likes to get ahead with his fastball, then he goes to work. He's used his breaking ball against these lefties quite a bit. We saw Michael Saunders stay on that 1 for the base hit, the only base hit the Mariners had.
2-2. Back up the middle. Cabrera knows he's got to hurry. Good try, base hit. So Ichiro with the knock, the infield base hit. That's his 67th hit of the season. Hey fans, be sure to check out the all-new Roots Sports Game Connect, an interactive second screen experience bringing fans closer to the game with live stats, trends, and analysis. Roots Sports Game Connect. Connect now at rootsports.com. Mariners down a run. Ichiro at first. He's 9 for 9 in base stealing. Ichiro on Friday, 7th inning, got an infield hit to lead things off. Stole second and scored on the RBI by Seager for the 1-0 Mariner win. That was, I thought, his most clutch stolen base of the season by far.
Yeah, well, I think we all up in the booth were hoping he'd steal that bag, and he did, and set up Kyle Seager very nicely for the base hit and the RBI. Really, it was the only run scored in that ballgame, so it was huge.
Ackley bounced out to second his first time up. Solidly stroked center field, base hit. Mariners building something here in the 4th.
Well, Dustin Ackley keeps things going here for the Mariners in this inning. This pitch down the middle of the plate. And Dustin just drives this ball, just stays with it right up through the middle. Doesn't try to do too much and picks up the base hit. Mariners first and second with nobody out.
Second hit of the inning, 3rd of the ball game. Brings up Montero, popped out the second his first time. Initiating towards right center against Montero. Hits it pretty much right to him. Ichiro tagging. Montero ready for the throw. Ichiro's going to go, and he's going to make it. Ackley holds at first. So Montero's gone. 1 out, runners at the corners. Bring up Kyle Seager.
Well, Ichiro able to get to third base on that one, Dave, and Dustin Ackley doing the right thing over at first base. He tagged also, but once he saw the throw coming into second base, that's when he turned around and went back. But an opportunity here for the Mariners with a runner at third, 1 out. And Kyle Seager, who's done such a nice job with runners in scoring position, a chance to tie this game up.
Great opportunity for Seager. First pitch. Bouncing ball, slow roller. Run's going to score. Get a tied ball game. An RBI on the infield out by Seager. 1-1. is the score here in the fourth inning. Seager with RBI number 39. Down to second is Ackley.
Well, that'll get the run in for Kyle Seager. This pitch is a fastball, and he goes right in on his hands. Kyle gets tied up on this pitch, but he bounces it, and once it gets past the pitcher, you know that that's going to drive in the run. And it also gets Dustin Ackley down to second base, so he's in scoring position now with 2 outs.
Brings up Justin Smoke. Hit a deep drive, right center field that was corralled by Venable. High drive, deep left field. He hit it a ton. It's going to carry. It's going to carry and die at the track. Oh, did that jump off the bat or what? 1-1 ball game as Seager brings in the tying run. Look at Ryan. He feels just like I do. How did that ball not leave the yard? Go Field, everybody. Mariners taking on the Padres, first of 3. Justin Smoke twice has smoked balls to the outfield, and it's got a big 0 for 2 to show for it. Look where he barrels up this one, Ben.
Yeah, gets great extension and barrels this ball. I think everyone in the ballpark thought that ball was out. That had that different sound to it, the home run sound. Brendan Ryan can't believe it. Just came off the bat so well. But as we know, out there in left center, that's a very deep part of the ballpark, and it just swallowed that one up.
Wow. He hit one deep to right center his first time up and jumped off his bat. Became a 9 in the book as that one became a 7 in the book. Meanwhile, Felix, top of the order against Will Venable, is ahead 0-2. All in 2 strikes. Venable, Forsythe, and Headley. Top of the order for San Diego. Mariners tied on an infield out by Kyle Seager. Chase Headley gave San Diego the lead in the 3rd. 2 out, single to right. Hit pretty well. Left center, right center field as Saunders moves over and makes a catch. Check in with Angie Mentic for the first time. Good evening.
Good evening, guys. Yankees are trying to extend their winning streak to 5 games, also playing interleague play against the Atlanta Braves. And Atlanta on top in this one, 4-0. Top of the 8th, Yankees with the Sachs juice. That's when Alex Rodriguez makes history off of reliever Johnny Venters. A rocket down the left field line. That is a grand slam. Rodriguez ties Lou Gehrig for the most slams in Major League history with 23. Our Sterling Banks score in Atlanta, 6-4 the final. Gentlemen.
That tied it at 4-4, and Swisher hit a 2-run homer to give him the 2-run advantage. Anytime you can have your name associated with Henry Louis Gehrig, baseball terms, is pretty doggone good.
You are doing something.
Broken bat, fly ball left field for Figgins. 2 down. Check this out, folks. Fewest home run per game. AT&T Park, Petco, PNC at Pittsburgh, Progressive in Cleveland, and then Safeco.
Well, I think Justin Smoke would agree with that. He might even feel like that should be a little bit higher, but he's hit the ball twice tonight, and it's swallowed up both of them.
It's not going to make him feel any better, but there's a pretty good fact there. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Chase Headley. Walk and an RBI single. Now, the Mariners, of course, have played probably the fewest number of home games today. Big part of that statistic. Count at 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good pitch.
Dave, I think what we're seeing from Felix as this game goes on, he's getting sharper and sharper. Location coming around here, pitched out of that jam there in the 4th, and has really turned it up a notch here in the 5th. So it's good to see him coming along as the game rolls.
1-2. Popped up, playable left field. Figgins makes the play. 1, 2, 3 in the 5th in this 1-1 contest. Olivo, Saunders, and Figgins coming your way in the 5th inning.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Road Sports is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now with Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club combo for just $4.99 plus tax. By Northern Quest Casino, Spokane's newest destination resort. And by Ford, we are local. Dave, Dan, back to you guys.
Angie, thank you very much. Mariners locked up 1-1 with the Padres. Bottom of the 5th. Miguel Olivo leads off. Struck out his first time up. 1-1 to Miguel. Backs him off. 2 balls, 1 strike. Richard has done to this point. Padres have had all kinds of trouble as a staff with walks this year, something that Bud Black was promoting entering tonight's game. They had 492 strikeouts and 207 walks. 2-2.
Well, Bud Black being a former pitcher too, he's not liking that at all. And so many times you beat yourself when you put those guys on with a free pass, and Padres have done that quite a bit this year.
Well, I'm saying it's a function of personnel. You got to get them, make them strike throwers, and that doesn't happen overnight. Ground ball, second base to Forsythe. Throws to Alonso. And that'll do it for Olivo. One down here in the fifth. Mariner calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Two more with San Diego. Homestand continues with the Giants coming to town. And then, how about this? Here's a novel idea for the Mariners. A short road trip, and it's fairly local to Arizona for 3. Day off in San Diego. Play the Padres, and then come home for the Athletics and the Boston Red Sox and finish up the month. The All-Star break before you know it. Strike one to Saunders. Got a base hit to center in the third, and he raced in a double play. Great turnaround. Young Michael Saunders. Fights it off. Base hit the other way. Saunders out of the gate hard. Going to be close at second. He is safe. Great slide around the world as he goes around the bag to get in there with the double. Michael Saunders with his 18th double of the season.
Well, we've seen Michael Saunders swinging a hot bat, and here he takes this pitch. It's a breaking ball, middle of the plate, and he just stays right inside of it, drives it between the third baseman and the line. But what I love right here, Dave, is the hustle right out of the box. Michael Saunders is thinking double the whole way, challenges the left fielder to throw offline a little bit. Michael with a very nice slide around the world, as you say, and is in safely at second base with a double.
It looked like it was meat. Being 6'5" helps, man, to get the long sleeve, get it in there.
That's right.
On the third, Saunders! He is in there safely. Stolen base for Michael Saunders, his 10th of the year. And with one out, the Mariners have a runner at third. The go-ahead run.
Well, Dave, we've talked about Michael Saunders, about his hitting. He's got some legs. He's got 5 tools that he can play with. Here he just takes off. A great opportunity to run, surprises everybody, including the third baseman, who's not even close to the bag. And Michael doing his slide again. It worked the first time. Let's try it a second time.
Well done. Saunders with the double takes over the team lead with 18 and leads the team with 10 steals. Padres bring their infield up close. One out. Figgins their best bunter. Bounced into a double play last time up. Chance to take the lead. Pitch outside. 1-1.
Well, it's just a heads-up steal at third base, Dave. The rule is you don't want to make the first or the third out at third base. Sondo knows that. So if he gets thrown out with 2 outs, he's trying to get to third base with that sacrifice fly. And you got to love to see that aggressiveness out of Michael Saunders.
1-1 to Figgins. Swing and a miss. Figgins has 1 sacrifice fly. He's got 6 sacrifice bunts. Counts at 1-2. It's a pitch outside, 2-2. One out here in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1 game. Go ahead run at third. Strike 3 called. 2 down. Strikeout number 2 for Richard. If you're hitting the road outside the Northwest, take the Mariners with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv to see the Mariners live on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Mariners.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Leave it up to Brendan Ryan. 2 outs, runner at third. Ryan fly to right his first time. Breaking ball outside for ball 1.
Sean Figgins not liking that third strike call. Dave, looked like it might have been off the plate a little bit.
Yep.
San Diego Padres catch a break.
1-0 to Ryan outside. Ryan's got a 2-0 count. 3-0. Ichiro's on deck. We've seen Eric Wedge turn people loose. 3-0. Mike Carp last week giving that big green light. Drove in 2. Pitch in there for strike.
Richard really working Brendan Ryan away. Everything's been off the plate. That first strike is on the outside corner.
Outside, missed. Ryan works a walk. Runners at the corners for Ichiro with 2 outs. First walk issued by Richard.
Judging from where those pitches are, Dave, it really looked like they were pitching around Brendan Ryan for whatever reason. He didn't even come close. The one strike he threw was on the outside corner. Everything else was well off the plate. So it looked to me like they wanted to go after Ichiro.
Ichiro with an infield hit and a run scored in the 4th. Flied out to center his first time. Ichiro with 21 runs batted in. He's a 158 hitter. Runners in scoring position. Ball 1. Amy and her itchy meter up to 67. Front row, right field. Outside again. There's strike 2-1.
Pitch at the top of the strike zone. Ichiro didn't like it, but gets the strike call. Richard been very fine trying to stay on the corners here to Ryan and Ichiro, and has fell behind both of them.
Great opportunity for Ichiro. If he hits something up the middle, be interesting. Chops one, third base, Headley throws, got him, inning over. 2 stranded. Saunders had a virtuoso performance in that inning, but the Mariners can't score. It's 1-1.
as we move to the top of the 6th inning. Yesterday, Mariners were off, but lots of them swinging for a good cause. The CF Mariners Care Golf Tournament, and again, no budget for hosts. A lot of the players spending some time at Newcastle with us. Dave Sims there, Eric Wedge, Jackson Renzick, the Mariners, and the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation teaming up again for the 27th consecutive year. Justin Smoke swings so hard he broke his driver on the range warming up. That was a rental. Dustin Ackley swings hard too. When he hits the fairway, it wasn't often, but when he does, he hits it real far. Angie Menting, this was her drive, this second shot here. She wanted us to show her drive because this is what happened with her second shot.
Oh, shoot. I thought it was going to bounce back. I thought it was going to check back in. Come on.
Didn't put the spin on it. But, Dave, that was a great outing. We get to play that, each and every year. And now we had to search. We had to spin through a lot of video, a lot of shots to get one on the green.
Oh, look
and that
at
would just
that.
stayed on the ridge, wouldn't come down for us. But it was a lot of fun. Every time I get to MC that, too, I keep telling my group, there's a chance we win because I announced the winners. So we always have a chance, guys. Don't worry about it.
Hey, if you're putting up your usual 74, you got a good shot to win, too.
Not quite usual, but thank you. A lot of the guys we saw the picture, Dave, past and present Mariners, really involved in that. No, Dan, you know a lot about the CF tournament going back with Jay Buhner, was a big proponent, big contributor to this cause.
Yeah, it's been a great tournament, really a highlight for a lot of the players during the year. And tell you what, the CF Foundation does such a great job out there at that tournament, and the golf course does a great job. It's just a great afternoon all around and a lot of fun.
Perfect weather, lots of sunburns. If we get a look at Charlie Furbush, if he comes into the game, if Felix needs somebody, see how burnt he is.
Right?
New England kid, like a lobster, which makes sense, right? Yeah,
there's
there's
Charlie.
a shot of him.
There's
he had no hat yesterday, about 6 hours in the sun, and he was so happy because he had, for the longest time, the celebrity long drive contest. Or long drive on number 5, it was long par 5. But when I played late, went through it, saw that it wasn't him, and I got to tell him about it. He was crushed. He said, "What? That's all I got. Who got me?" Bucky Jacobson got it.
Let me tell you
home
something.
run hitter.
That had to have been 350 easy.
At least. A little bit uphill, too. I mean, these baseball players, and Dan, you're probably the same. I mean, the hand-eye coordination, the swing, I mean, it is unbelievable how far they hit it.
Finally, a ball on a tee. Huh?
Not moving?
Exactly.
Inside to Quentin, who works a walk. Brad, good stuff. We had a spectacular day yesterday. I know you had fun. You do a great job on the MC.
Thank you. Hey, good
Thanks
news.
for stopping by.
The best news, $215,000 they raised last night. One day alone. $215,000, the most since 2002. So a great night for everybody yesterday.
Right on. All right, Brad, we'll have you back on a post-game show. Good stuff as usual.
Sounds
to see
good.
You, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Brad.
Yonder Alonso, that walk by Felix, his third tonight. He struck out 2. Got a 1-1 ball game, and Dan, both teams have had splendid opportunities to get that second run and haven't been able to cash it in.
Yeah, that opportunity last inning for the Mariners. Michael Saunders, kind of the one-man show to get to third base with 1 out, and Mariners not able to convert that run.
Then in the 4th inning, Denorfia, a leadoff triple. And then the Padres go ground out, strike out Papa. Both pitchers getting it done. 1-0 the count here to Alonso. He's twice grounded out to Aguilar. 2-0. Padres scored first. A 2-out RBI single by Chase Headley scored Edith Cabrera. That was in the 3rd. In the bottom of the 4th with 1 out. Runners at the corners. Infield out by Seager. Brought home Ichiro. That's where we are right now. I'm talking to other managers about guys in the Mariner ball club. Bud Black couldn't say enough good things about Felix Hernandez. Way outside, he says you never know what's coming. He says he's just trouble. He said that whole velocity thing being down, he said it's overrated. This guy can pitch.
Seeing Felix with that changeup, how much it moves. I think the movement on his fastball is just electric.
Don't fall into that trap talking about velocity. 3-1.
He's got so many tools to come after you with.
On deck, Chris Denorfia. 2 for 2 night, single and a triple. Runner at first, nobody out. Long run, Going out is Ryan. Couldn't make the basket catch. Oh, man, that's a tough play for anybody. Left fielder, too far for him, too far for the center fielder.
Yeah, that's kind of the Bermuda Triangle out there, and Brendan Ryan's the only guy that can get to it and is trying to do the over-the-shoulder catch, and that's a tough play for a shortstop. Almost makes the catch, but wasn't able to hold on.
Give him an E6. An E6 to Ryan. And his second error of the season.
You can see him trying to make that over-the-shoulder catch and drops between his bare hand and the glove.
So 2 on. Nobody out. Here's D'Onofrio having a heck of a night. A single and a triple. Chance to touch. A little late. Might have cost him. It did. Seager not pleased with himself. That was a double play opportunity.
Well, that ball was hit sharply, Dave, and it looked like he was going to go to second, but then pulled up to third and then wasn't able to convert the double play at first. But they get the lead runner.
Fielder's choice. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Bannerbank building to the future. How about the Jackson Generals? Clinched the first half division championship last night. This rotation's been fabulous. Hultzen, Walker, Maurer, and Paxton. We haven't talked that much about Brandon Moore. Look at him. 5-1 with a 3.42. Future is bright with tremendous depth and young pitching in this Mariner organization. Up the middle goes Cameron Maben. Yonder Alonso around second. The throw way off line. And it's a 2-1 ball game. RBI for Maben, his 21st. One up there aggressively, Dan. First pitch.
Yeah, looking first pitch. Sometimes with a runner in scoring position, guys get very aggressive, and he jumps all over this fastball right in the middle of the plate. And he just takes it right up the middle, hits sharply. And Saunders' throw up the line towards first base. So the Padres add on and make it a 2-1 ball game. RBI
for Maben, and now Carl Willis with a hang with him tough. They're only down 2-1. And a reminder that this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. So an RBI by Cameron Maben, his 21st of the season. Padres still in business. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Oh, those walks. The man who was walked, Quentin, was erased, but it helped keep the inning. Get the inning going. Here's Nick Hundley. Catcher, strikeout. Last time up, fly to right. Round ball past the diving Ackley. D'Onofrio around third. He's going to score. Throw to second comes in. Round to third goes Maben. 3-1 Padres.
Well, Hundley just hitting 172 coming into this ball game, Dave. He goes after the first pitch, and it's a fastball. And he just takes this ball that's down a decent pitch, but he just drives it the other way, just past the diving Dustin Ackley. And the Padres pick up another run, make it 3-1.
4 consecutive Padre base runners. With Cabrera, shortstop. Starting to scramble in the bullpen. Some jackets are starting to come off out there for the Mariners. Swing and a miss. First pitch fastball. Hundley's RBI is 19th. Sean Kelly. Gonna heat up. Runners at the corners. Double play still in order. Black's club. 2 runs here in the top of the 6th. It's good for about once a year, right?
Yeah, you
Step off.
Yeah, you can catch one guy here or there, but you're not successful too many times with that.
Safety squeeze.
Well, you saw Cabrera go down to Glenn Hoffman, the third base coach. It looked like there was something cooking. He wasn't sure. Maven with great speed down there at third base. And you're right, Dave. That was the safety squeeze. Had it been the suicide squeeze, they would have had Maven dead to rights.
Gets away, wild pitch, run scores. Maven touches up, wild pitch, makes it 4-1 San Diego. A wild pitch.
Well, a lot of times with a run or the batter squaring around a bunt can be a little bit distracting. This one looks like Felix just buries this pitch well out in front of home plate. And Miguel does what he can to knock it down. Looks like it hits Miguel right there on the right arm as we see it on the McDonald's Supermo. And he just couldn't get it onto his chest protector, David. Scoots off his arm, and Padres pick up another run.
And Hundley down to second. 1 out, 2-1 count here to Cabrera. In there for strike count, even to 2-2. What an inning. Started with a walk to Carlos Quinton on a 3-2 pitch. Alonso bloops one that Ryan can't make it over the shoulder catch. He got a double play ball. They only get 1 out. Here's a base hit, right center field. That's going to score Hundley. That's going to get just shy of the track, and he's going for third. Got a tail, and actually bobbled on the transfer. A triple all the way and an RBI for Yvith Cabrera. What an inning for San Diego. First triple of the season for Cabrera, knocks in a run. And the Padres have put a 4 spot up on the board here in the 6th.
Well, it's another fastball, this one about belt high. Cabrera drives this one deep into the right field corner. Saunders with the throw into Ackley, and as he tries to go to third with the transfer, he can't make a successful transfer and isn't able to make the throw. So Cabrera slides in safely, easily at third base.
3 consecutive RBIs. Back to the top of the order now, Will Venable. The 7, 8, 9 guys are killing him. Maven had an RBI single, followed by Hundley an RBI single, and an RBI triple by Cabrera. 7, 8, 9 in the order. This is just talked to Eric Wedge about. Just because San Diego comes in with a record of 20 and 41, you don't want to play anybody cheaply. Look at the 4 spot. They've got 6 road wins, fewest in the big leagues. Take nothing for granted in baseball.
And you can't help but go back to that bottom of the 5th for the Mariners, where they had a runner at third and they weren't able to convert that. Had they converted that, it's a different ball game.
Swing and a miss, throw down to third, double clutch, got it! Nice play by Olivo, working with Seager. They gun down Cabrera at third. That's the second out.
Well, this is a nice snap throw by Miguel Olivo. He double clutches as he makes the transfer, and usually that would eliminate the out. He wouldn't be able to get Cabrera, but the throw very sharp down to third base. Perfectly placed. Kyle Seager with a nice catch and tag. So great throw, Miguel Olivo.
Swing and a miss. Venable's gone. Damage done in this inning by San Diego as they pick up 4 runs to take a 5-1 lead. 5-1 Padres, first of 3 here in Seattle. Clayton Richard, 28-year-old left-hander's got a little cushion here. Ackley, Montero, and Seager here in the home 6th. Ackley tonight ground out to second, base hit to center. On the night, the Mariners have 4 hits. The 1 run coming on to Kyle Seager, 4th inning. Infield ground out. Here's a nice diving play. Throw over to first. Headley, well done. Brian Powell checks in with this Ask Dan question. You've got the bright silver logo there on the helmet of Sean Figgin. Why is Brendan Ryan's different? Dan?
Yeah, good question here, guys, but that what you see on Brendan Ryan's logo is pine tar. A lot of times you use pine tar on the bat to keep that good grip, and it gets on your batting glove, so when you go to adjust your helmet with your hand, the batting glove just leaves a little pine tar, leaves a little mark on that S.
Some of them on the very top, too, you'll see you got the top is totally black.
Yeah, a lot of guys, it just builds up over time, and they take a little pride in that stuff they got up there.
Montero swings and misses, 1-1. Montero's popped to second, fly to center.
That was Craig Biggio used to have just a huge buildup of pine tar on there.
Yes!
That's well stroked. Deep drive left field. And it's banged off the scoreboard. Montero has to hold with a single. Line drive. Now here's a little bit of good news. Not good news for Brendan Ryan, bad news for Felix Hernandez. They took the E6 away, so all those runs for San Diego are earned.
Well, the McDonald's Supermo shows you this pitch down in the strike zone.
Yes!
And Jesus just goes down and barrels this one up and right off the hand-operated scoreboard there in left field. Nice job of hitting on a good pitch.
Seager bounces one foul. I thought that was a tough error on Ryan. Right?
Yeah, you know, when you got your back to the infield and you're running out there, that's a tough play to make for anybody. And I mean, Brendan Ryan is the best in the business, so it's a tough error. So I'm glad they changed it.
Outside to Seager, drove in the Mariners' only run. Did a couple of groundouts tonight. One pitch. Foul off the umpire. Ball and 2 strikes. 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors for San Diego. They've left 6. Mariners have run on 5 hits. They've left 3. Bottom of the order for San Diego. Done a lot of damage. 7, 8, 9 hitters. A 3 for 8, 3 ribbies, and 3 runs scored. And a dismissal for Seager. 2 outs. Strikeout number 3 for Richard. Checking with Angie Mente.
Guys, the Diamondbacks invading the Lone Star State. They got a little winning streak going. 5 games trying to keep that going. But the Rangers start this one leading 1-0. And we join it up in the bottom of the 6th. David Murphy adds a couple more to the board with a blast down the right field line. That's Murphy's 6th home run of the season. Colby Lewis had a no-no through 6 1/3 innings. The Rangers hammer the D-backs. 9-1 the final score. Back to you guys.
All right, Angie, thank you. A lot of big numbers on the board here. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Smoke finally gets rewarded. He hit 2 long drives, one to right, one to left. Both were caught. Here he gets a base hit. With 2 outs and a man on here in the 6th.
Yeah, you're right, Dave. It's good to see him get aboard here with that base hit fastball, middle of the plate. Just drives that ball right up the middle. Looks like he decided to go with the ground rather than the air this time up, huh?
Ground delivery, right? The air's not working.
Well, that would have been a different complexion to this ball game. Had that ball going out of the ballpark, that would have been a 2-run shot.
Sure. 6th hit for the Mariners. Levo with a couple of men on. It's ball 1. Miguel Tejeda is struck out and rounded out the 2nd. Levo with 5 homers, 15 runs batted in.
Dave Miguel's been a good hitter against San Diego. 292 against Richard over his career, so a chance here for Miguel to do some damage with 2 outs.
Got a 1-1 count, 2 on, 2 out. Nick Hundley going out to speak with Richard. Richard does not look like a guy who has struggled mightily on the road. His last outing, Giants touched him up in the first inning, 3 runs, gave up 6 in the game, 4 were earned. His last 6 road starts, he's 0-4 with a 6.57 ERA. Off the fist, is it enough? It is. Second baseman Forsythe gets it back in. The Mariners have him loaded up. So a base hit by Olivo. Down to second is Smoke. To third, Montero.
Well, Richards throws his fastball in on the hands. Miguel stays inside of it, and because he's so strong, is able to just lift it into short right field for a base hit. Forsythe, the second baseman, doing a really nice job, Dave, of coming over to knock that ball down and make the catch. Otherwise, Montero's able to score from third on that play. So as it is now, Mariners have the bases loaded with 2 outs.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, a tying run to the plate in the person of Michael Saunders, who's had a terrific night. A broken bat, base hit to center, and a screaming low liner that gets into the left field corner for a double. Then he stole third, and he comes up in a heck of a spot here, hitting 200 runners in scoring position. Bases loaded, he's hitting 250.
What a turnaround he's had, Dave, and he's got his average up now to 279 with those 2 hits tonight. Wouldn't it be nice to get over 280 here?
Amen. 1 for 4, bases loaded, a homer, and 6 runs batted in. First pitch to Saunders. Bouncing ball goes foul. Double would be huge. He's among the leaders. Good company with Gonzalez, Kinsler, Cano, and Ortiz. As you know, the Mariners splits at home have not been very good. A .92 batting average at home compared to .257 on the road. Trying to prove it here. Taking for a ball, 1-1.
It's a good lefty-lefty matchup, Dave. The base hit by Saunders early in the game was a breaking ball that he got off the end of the bat and he drove it up the middle. Let's see how Richard goes after him now.
1-1, center field, deep. Maben, though, has it, and that'll do it. Mariners leave them loaded in the 6th. They threaten. They do not score. 5-1, San Diego.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Bob Christopherson, our longtime head groundskeeper. Want to congratulate him and his family on the arrival of their grandson, Easton James Christopherson, 2 weeks old. Dad, Tyler, and Jess, everybody's doing well. Way to go, Bob. Way to go, Tyler and Jess. Congratulations on the birth of Easton James. Well done.
You think Bob will teach him how to dance?
Why not?
Huh?
Why not? Finer things of how to take care of a major league infield. Sean Kelly takes over on the mound for the Mariners. His first hitter is going to be Logan Forsythe, second baseman for San Diego. First pitch from Kelly. Off the plate, ball one. There's the Kelly profile.
You see the numbers for Sean. He's given up 20 hits in his 16 appearances here with the Mariners. Only 2 home runs given up.
Fly ball right field, backs up Ichiro. Got some carry going way back and makes a catch a step from the fence.
Well, Forsythe gives this ball a ride. That fastball finds the middle of the plate, and Forsythe drives it just about as far as you can to the outfield there. Ichiro right up against the wall makes the catch.
One out, that'll bring up Chase Headley. Slider for a strike. What do you think of Felix? 6 innings of work.
Looked like to me in the middle part of the game he was really going to find his groove, but the Padres really touched him up there in the 6th. They got aggressive. He looked like he found the middle of the plate a little bit too much with his fastball there with runners in scoring position.
And first pitch. They went up there and had one run there.
But
here's what the Padres have done tonight. Look at the bottom of the order. Only one that hasn't checked in base hit is Forsythe. He just flied out to right. Swing and a miss by Headley. Got a walk, an RBI single, and fly to left.
I think that he, in the 4th inning, when he got out of that jam, Dave, I thought we were going to really get him rolling and he was going to feel good. But really, the 6th inning is what was his downfall tonight. Thought he had good velocity. His breaking ball was good at times, and he threw that nasty changeup, but really was just his consistency in the strike zone.
Padres in the 6th inning sent 7 men to the plate, scored 4 times on 4 hits. 1 and 2, missed outside. Swing and a miss. Kelly gets a strikeout. 2 outs here in the 7th. Bullpen's done a nice job this year.
And they really have. What a nice relief for the starters to know that when those guys come in out of that bullpen, they're going to do the job. And with Brandon Lee, not the closer and the sort of closer by committee, I think they've all just done a nice job out there. And
Lucas Litke and Charlie Furbush, lefty specialists, have really been strong. And League working his way back in. Gave up a couple of runs the other day against the Dodgers, but previous 5 he'd given up just 5 appearances had given up just 1 run. Here's Carlos Quentin, hit by a pitch, base hit to left and a walk. 1-1.
You mentioned the lefties out there, Dave. So nice to have strong lefties and strong righties out there so it gives Eric Wedge a lot of opportunity to play the matchups. And like you're right, they've done a great job, all those guys out there in that pen.
Quentin gets time.
Nice to have a veteran like Jamie Navarro out there to talk baseball with him, talk how to pitch. And
Jamie's dad was in the big leagues. There's Jamie, and Jamie had a great career himself. Very good pitcher. A lot of years with Milwaukee. Stephen Pryor, right? Two and 2. Jamie Navarro won 116 games in the big leagues with Milwaukee, the White Sox, the Cubs, and Cleveland. A lot of double-figure winning seasons too. Swing and a miss as Kelly does the job, striking out 2, 3, and 4 in the Padre order. 1, 2, 3 go. The Pods in the 7th. Now the Mariners got to get something going, trailing 5-1 as we go to the home 7th. Being brought to you by Washington's Lottery and the Department of Imagination, encouraging you to imagine bigger when you play the lottery. Visit us on Facebook or tweet what you do to Twitter hashtag #IfIWon. Who knows, you might even see your tweet appear on TV during an upcoming game. Glad you're with us as the Mariners continue this long homestand. Sean Figgins leads off, takes a strike. Dave Sims, Dan Wilson, and a Root Sports crew. Mike Blowers under the weather. Came in, punched the clock. Said, you know what? We told him, get out of here. Go home, take care of yourself. Get well, Mike.
Absolutely. Got it out in the name.
Yeah, he did. 1-1 to count the Figgins, who's hit into a double play and taking a called third strike from Clayton Richard. Clayton Richard having one of his better games of the year. Young man, 2-7. And he has held the Mariners to a run on 7 hits. Quarterback at University of Michigan. Over the Jake Peavy deal from the Chicago White Sox a few years ago. Solid base hit. Sean Figgins on a 2-2 pitch. Gets it started here in the home 7th. You see Figgins checking in with a base hit.
Well, that's the start that the Mariners wanted here in the 7th. Taking that pitch about middle, and just driving it straight up the middle. Good swing by Sean Figgins. That was pitch number 90 for Richard. And the Mariners had the leadoff man on here in the 7th, so let's hope they can get something rolling.
Brendan Ryan, the hitter now, flied out to right and walked. 8th hit for the Mariners, out the foul off. Luke Gregerson, a tough right-hander, getting ready for San Diego. Chopper, third baseman Headley. They get the one, they don't get two. It's a nice breakup slide by Sean Figgins. He does his job. Ryan aboard, fielder's choice, 5-4.
Ryan chops this ball to third, and it takes a super high bounce. And the throw to second is a good one, but because it took so long to get to the third baseman, Figgy had time to get down there and makes the nice slide to take out the second baseman, and they're not able to turn the double play.
Forsythe had to get out of the way. Good job by Figgins. So Thatcher is also up, joining Gregerson. Joe Thatcher, here's a ground ball, shortstop. Forsythe, they don't get the double play, but they eliminate the lead runner. So Ryan's erased 6-4. Ichiro aboard, fielder's choice. 2 down. Ever wish you could dig into the dirt at Safeco Field? Well, now you can this Saturday. Mariners take on the Giants. First 5,000 fans coming, exiting the ballpark. After the game, they're going to pick up a free bag of Safeco Field soil made from compostable materials, thanks to Cedar Grove. For tickets, go to any Mariners team store or mariners.com. Here's Ackley, 1 for 3. Clayton Richard, 6 2/3, has gotten well here. He hasn't won a game since May 16th. He beat the Dodgers going 7 innings. Since then, a no decision, a loss, a no decision, and a loss. And right to the first baseman, Alonso. The Mariners are done in the 7th. Time running short, 5-1 San Diego. Beautiful night here in Seattle, under the clouds, but it got a lot more comfortable as we've gone along. They open up the roof right before first pitch, but it's not been a good night for the Mariners, who trail 5-1 to San Diego. John Kelly in his 2nd inning of work throws it straight to Yonder Alonso, the first baseman. Be followed by Chris Denorfia, the left fielder, and center fielder Cameron Maben. Felix Hernandez, first start, 11 days. Not surprisingly, was not particularly sharp in his 6 innings. 8 hits, 5 runs all earned, 3 walks, 3 Ks, hit a batter. Padres come in tonight next to last in hitting in the National League, next to last in runs and hits, first in doubles, dead last in home runs. But Barry Ralston, Bud Black's team leads 5-1.
Bottom of the order, Dave, with runners in scoring position. That's really been the tale of the game today. Scored 4 times in the bottom of the 6th. 5, 6, 7, and 8 hitters scored.
1-2, Alonso fights it off.
I think we'll see in Felix's next start. I think he'll be back to tip-top form. We knew this was going to be a tough outing for him, coming back from that 11-day stretch where he didn't pitch. So I think he'll be back to his form when he gets back there the next time up.
Strike 3 called. And Alonso's gone. Let's check it with Angie Mentink.
Guys, the Mariners Mariners can do this. 4 runs, it's absolutely nothing. Just ask the Colorado Rockies, who were playing the A's tonight, because things did not go well for them. They were up by 4 runs. Top of the 3rd inning, Seth Smith puts a pair on the board for the A's with a double deep to center field. And then Brandon Moss gives the A's the lead with a bomb off of the 3rd-tier seats in right field. The A's score 6 in the 3rd inning. See, no problem. 8-5 the final score. They come back to win it.
That is some home run. Thank you, Angie. Mr. Norfield, what a night. Single to center, triple to right center. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run. He's ahead in count 2-0. Kelly's retired all 4 men that he's faced thus far. Last 3 via strikeout. Ground ball to Ryan. Gobbles it up. Puts the smoke 2 down. Mariners right fielder can be found scaling the safe Goldfield wall, and now you can have him climb your very own wall. When all kids 14 and under take home an Ichiro poster this Sunday, it's all part of Aquafina Youth Baseball Day when number 51 himself and the Mariners take on the San Francisco Giants at 1:10. Get your tickets at mariners.com.
Impressive inning and 2/3 for Sean Kelly so far, Dave. 3 strikeouts in that inning and 2/3, and looks sharp.
All 1 to Cameron Maben. Bounced into a double play, grounded to short, and an RBI single to center. Nice hop for Ryan, takes care of it, throws up Speedy Maben. 1-2-3 inning for Kelly, nicely done. 6 up, 6 down. Bottom 8 coming up. Montero, Seager, and Smoke.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Bank, life is about the good stuff. Your bank should be too. Visit our new website at bankwithsterling.com. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. As in a comeback possible right here.
That's why we play the game. You got it, Angie. Thank you very much. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 3-4-5 coming up for the Mariners against a tough right-hander, Luke Gregerson.
Well, there you see the numbers for Gregerson. 26 innings, giving up 23 hits. He's given up 3 home runs. He has 24 strikeouts in those 26 innings and 13 walks.
Just a couple of years ago, they had Luke Gregerson, Mike Adams, and Heath Bell in their bullpen. Mike Adams, they traded over to Texas. He had murder on right-handers. Bell's starting to find his groove in Miami after a very rocky start. If the Mariners can get something going, they left the bases loaded back in the 6th, one of several squandered opportunities. Breaking ball, strike one to Montero. Nice work by the starter Clayton Richard, looking for his first road win of the season.
Yeah, he went 7 innings, gave up 8 hits, just the 1 run it was earned. 3 strikeouts and only 1 walk through 96 pitches tonight.
Beat the Mariners last May 22nd here at Safeco Field as Montero an 0-2 hole.
Pitched out of some tight situations there. The one in the 6th that you mentioned, Dave, and then earlier on in the 4th, or excuse me, the 5th.
Outside. Mariners have won 6 of the last 7 against San Diego. The Padres off to a good start in this 3-game series. One and 2 to Montero. Waves and a breaking ball. He's gone. One down here in the Mariner 8th. Spend less on your commute and more time relaxing with Sound Transit. Visit soundtransit.org for details. We salute men and women of the armed forces. We thank you for your service. Good to have him here at the ballpark. Here's Kyle Seager. Seager tonight, ground out to short. An RBI ground out the 2nd, and he took a called 3rd strike in the 6th.
I'm a little surprised, Dave, that they did take Richard out of the ballgame. He pitched a good ballgame, but 5-1 lead late here. It seemed to me they maybe give him another inning. Only 96 pitches.
Yep.
But he has struggled on the road. Maybe Bud Black saying, "Hey, this is a good outing. Let's get him out of there and turn him over to the bullpen."
One that's swing and a miss by Seager. It's certainly a confidence builder because it was a strong performance. Black knows a thing about pitching. A thing or two about pitching. 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 to Seager. Been one of those nights Smoke hit a couple of bombs that never left the yard. You had Saunders 1 out, double, then steal 3rd. Couldn't get him home. That was in the 5th. Bases loaded in the 6th. Leave them all stranded. Been that kind of a night. 2-2 to Seager. High ball center field for Maben. 2 outs.
You just can't help but think what might have been, but a home run maybe early in the game by Smoke could have changed the momentum of the game for the Mariners.
Well, one thing you do take away from it, they hit the ball hard, really hard, twice. So he's starting to, he continues to zone in here. Got a base hit up the middle. Last time up. Breaking ball for strike. Smoke 0 for 1 against Luke Gregerson.
Yeah, it's so important to have Justin swinging that bat, driving that ball, especially in that 5-hole where he's been.
Swing and a miss. Oh, 0-2 here to Smoke. 2 outs in the 8th. Then he shift on him. Shortstop playing straight up the middle. Foul. Smoke can keep it going. Olivo's on deck. Crowder missed. 1-2.
Gregerson going in with a breaking ball there. He's throwing some fastballs inside. The last one, Smoke fouled off, and then he tries to go on that last pitch. The 1-2 curveball down at the dirt, down at his back foot.
Here's the 1-2 to left field. They're going to get down. Foul ball. Foul ball. Third base umpire Scott Barry had a great look.
It's been a game of inches for Justin tonight. That one just missing that line. Sure double.
Let's see why people say hang with him.
That's right. Hang with him. Hundley setting the bat up for Justin.
Class move. Luke Gregerson, second pitcher tonight for San Diego. Foul off. Comes the 1-2. Out into the catcher's glove. Smoke's gone. Smoke can't believe that Hundley held on. A 1-2-3 inning pitch by Gregerson to the ninth. 5-1. Stephen Pryor takes over for the Mariners. It's 5-1. San Diego on top. Coming up the next couple of games, it'll be Jason Marquis against Hector Noesi and Edison Volquez against to be announced. And we talked to Eric Wedge. That's the spot for Kevin Millwood. We asked Skipper Wedge for an update on his big right-hander.
Well, with Kevin, we're taking it day to day, but he's feeling better. He felt good throwing the ball today, so we don't have to make any decisions yet because we have different options in regard to what we can do in regard to maneuvering our rotation. So, but I'm confident that he's going to pitch at some point in time this week. I think tomorrow we'll have a better idea with what we're going to do.
Kevin Millwood pitched 6 brilliant innings on Friday. One of 6 Mariner pitchers, contributing in a 1-0 no-hitter against the Los Angeles Dodgers. And he was perfect through 3, and a no-hitter himself through 6. And he had to leave with the strained right groin. Stephen Pryor, the new pitcher. Eastside shift to the bullpen brings us the hard-throwing rookie right-hander. It was part of that no-hitter on Friday night.
Well, Pryor with that good hard fastball that we know he's pitched in 5 games since coming up. Pitched 5 innings, struck out 5, walked 3, and he's given up 1 home run.
He's had trouble with the slider. Ryan Viciedo got him for a home run in Chicago in the last road trip. It was in his, I believe it was his 2nd game. Might have been his 1st game of action. Go back and check. That was the game. His first hitter was Paul Konerko, and he got him out. That was just fabulous.
That's when you know you're in the big leagues, Dave.
Hey, go get this guy.
Get Konerko.
He's only one of the premier hitters in the game. One, two. That misses.
That fastball, 98 miles an hour.
His debut, he struck out prior to Konerko on a 2-2 pitch. Got Rios, blew him away. Ground out Przinsky, then gave up on a slider, a 2-2 pitch of Viciedo for a home run. That was back on Saturday, June 2nd. Pop up, smokes under, calling everybody up. Makes the play. One out, top of the 9th. Bring up shortstop Everett Cabrera. Walk, a stolen base run scored, and an RBI triple.
This guy had a chance to show off his speed. Dave stole that base in the 3rd and then hit that triple in the 6th.
Yep. Padres on the board. He scored on the RBI single by Chase Headley. Strike 1 for our switch hitter. Used to catch a lot of guys who threw hard. If you got a good heater and you can move it around, what's wrong with staying with it? And staying away from trying to trick somebody.
Yeah, nothing at all. And what you do is you throw that breaking ball with 2 strikes. You throw it down in the dirt. You don't mess around with that. You just go after him with that fastball.
2-1.
You do have to show the hitter something else just to throw him off, but then you can just go with your hard stuff. You just don't want to get beat with anything less than your best pitch.
2-1. 95 miles an hour, 2-2. San Diego with the fewest road wins in the major leagues coming into tonight's game. They have 6. 8 for Houston and Chicago. 9 for Colorado. Those fewest road win totals, all single digit. All obviously in the National League. Fewest road wins in the American League, 13 by Minnesota and Oakland starting tonight. Ground ball, Smoke gobbles. Feeds to Pryor, safe. Got there late, and now Pryor hurt himself. Oh boy. Be a base hit. Really get somebody taking their jacket off out the bullpen.
Cabrera really getting down the line on this as you see the replay. And Pryor couldn't find the bag, and then he stepped on it with his left foot. Looks like he's holding his groin as he comes out of there.
I think he might have done the groin before he even got there.
Yeah, it looks like he was limping as he got to the grass or to the cut.
Right in there. That first yell. Oh boy. That's not good. So whomever the next pitcher will be for the Mariners will get all the time he needs to warm up with this injury relief assignment coming up. 5-1 Padres. Charlie Furbush rushed into action. He's got all the time he needs here. Stephen Pryor, look what happens here. What do you think, Dan?
Well, it looks like on that first step as he goes to cover first, there he goes. You can see him limping there as he tries to get to the bag. I think that's why he didn't get to the bag in time, because he pulled it immediately as he came over. It's that first explosive step that you take, Dave, and that's what did it for him. And that's a tough break for Pryor and the Mariners.
Kevin Millwood already out with a groin injury. Pryor in trouble there. Hopefully he's going to be all right, but looks like he may miss some time. We'll let Charlie Furbush warm up, and we'll get right back to you. 5-1 San Diego.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
A pitching change here. Charlie Furbush warming up. Stephen Pryor just suffered what appears to be a groin injury. Charlie takes over. Another guy, part of the no-hitter on Friday night against the Dodgers.
You see Charlie's numbers there, an ERA of 2.78. Pitched 22 2/3 innings. He's only given up 10 hits. He's got 26 strikeouts to just 4 walks. Pretty good ratio right there, Dave. He's given up 2 home runs.
That's really good work. And Charlie, left-handers hitting just 100 against him. 4 for 40. And right-handers hitting 158, 6 for 38.
I always find it a little peculiar, Dave, that the pitcher comes out here to warm up. I know he likes to get used to the mound, but it gives their hitters a chance to see him warming up out there.
Yeah.
Instead of in the bullpen, you don't get a chance to see him.
That's, these emergency situations, it's an advantage hitter.
Yeah.
No question. 5 runs on 10 hits for San Diego. They've left 6 men aboard. No errors. A run on 8 hits, no errors for the Mariners. And they have left 7 men stranded on base. Top of the order, Will Venable. 1 out, 1 on. Strike 1.
Furbush going to that first pitch breaking ball. We've seen the Padres aggressive first pitch. But a lot of times out of a bullpen, the reliever will go with a breaking pitch first pitch because he thinks that hitter's going to be jumping all over that first pitch fastball.
A good lead at first pitch. Fastball for a strike. Venable tonight. Bunted his way on and got caught stealing. Fly to left, fly to center, and struck out. Runner goes, got great jump. Olivo's throw not in time. Fabulous jump. Charlie barely looked at Cabrera. Steals a bag his second tonight. He's 7 for 7.
Cabrera, not having been thrown out this year, is a good base stealer. Takes the first 2 pitches to size up Furbush and then finds his rhythm and just takes off first move. No chance for Miguel Olivo. He makes a nice throw down there, but he had no chance because Cabrera took off on that first move.
1-2 pitch, 1 out. Breaking ball off the plate. 2-2 to Will Venable.
Richie Cabrera 7 for 7. I guarantee you Miguel wants to be the first one to throw him.
No doubt.
That's just asking for it right there.
Absolutely. Miguel. Top of the heap, throwing runners after this season. That pitch just off the plate, full count. On deck, Logan Forsythe. Charlie could use a strikeout. What's left of King's Court. Hoping for one. Long hesitation this time by Charlie. Time is called.
Charlie taking a longer pause there because Cabrera is still trying to size him up. He's thinking about swiping third here with 1 out. So Charlie just making him wait it out so he doesn't get quite as good a jump.
3-2 pitch. Walked him first and second. 1 out here in the top of the ninth. Padres lead 5-1.
After getting ahead 0-2, Furbush loses Venable to the walk.
Good wheels out there, and Cabrera and Venable. The hitter's going to be Logan Forsythe.
Forsythe, the only Padre tonight, still without a hit.
We fly out to the strikeout. Looking ahead to the Mariners' home ninth, it'll be Olivo, Saunders, and Figgin 6, 7, and 8. Crazy game. Mariners feeling good about themselves. Last 19 games against top flight competition. Texas, the White Sox, Angels, and Dodgers. They go 8-11. Now they go against a team with the fewest road wins in Major League Baseball. And they are down 5-1. Runner goes. Great jump again. Throw to third. Not in time.
Well, we saw it earlier with the previous hitter at the plate. He's just sizing him up, and there he goes. First pitch. And steals third base easily. Venable staying at first base. So now with the Mariners with a first and third situation, Miguel out front to give the signs. And like you mentioned, Dave, Venable can run too. The Padres, one of the weapons they have is speed, and they're using it tonight.
Using it to great effect. Padres on the move. Furbush comes set. That play. San Diego second in the National League in steals, behind the Miami Marlins. Very effective weapon. Came in with 50 stolen bases. Miami with 62 entering today. In tight.
That's Cabrera's third stolen base of the night. He's been active.
You're right. He was very decisive. Whatever tell Charlie was giving him, he took it, made the most of it. Breaking ball. Venable takes off. He'll get the second. Wild pitch.
Well, Miguel doing a nice job of blocking this pitch. It's a breaking ball down and in. That's a tough pitch to block, and does a nice job, keeps it in front of him. It does roll away from him, which allows Venable to get down to second base, but it does prevent Cabrera from coming home.
Takes that double play out of order, too. San Diego 4 out of 5 in base stealing tonight. 2-2 pitch here to Forsythe. Infield in close. Outside for ball. Counts run full. Chase Headley's on deck. Followed by Carlos Quentin. Inning started with Hundley popping out, fouling out to Smoke. Infield hit Cabrera. Pryor got hurt. Pitching change, and now Furbush. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Play at the plate. Throw to the plate. Got it. Well done. Nice athletic play by Miguel Cabrera. Get over, slide, make an accurate throw. Furbush did his job covering the plate. And that's where being left-handed really helped him on the tag.
Yeah, this is a great play of hustle right here. Miguel Olivo. It's a strike 3, but it gets away from Miguel. That's a tough play to slide, pick the ball up, and then find momentum to make a good throw. He finds Furbush, makes a great throw. A nice tag by Charlie as Cabrera tries to slide around, and Furbush is able to get his hand. Never even touched home plate. Nice tag by Charlie.
So strikeout. The wild pitch. Runner at first and third. There's 2 outs. Strikeout, wild pitch. So the hitter gets down safely to first base.
Take another look. Charlie just slaps that tag right down to that front corner of the plate. And look at Cabrera, never even touched it. And great play, Charlie Furbush. Great overhead shot there, too. Really can see it well.
Chase Headley. 0-1 count to him. Runners at the corners. Strikeout pass ball. Big change. It's Forsythe at first. Got a 1-1 count here to Headley. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Trying to keep it right here at 5-1. 1-2 pitch coming to Headley. Over first.
You mentioned keeping it at 5-1, Dave. Very important. This is a run for the Padres that'll eliminate the grand slam from tying the ball game. So it's a big run for the Padres.
Popped it up. Olivo taking a look. No play. Crazy inning. Padres struck first. That was in the 3rd inning. RBI single by Headley. Mariners tied it up in the bottom of the 4th. Infield out. RBI by Seager. 6th inning, things got out of hand. Walk, infield hit, a fielder's choice. Then you get 3 straight RBIs. A single by Maben, Hundley with a single and an RBI, and an RBI triple by Cabrera. Way outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs and 2 on here at the top of the 9th. 4-run advantage for San Diego. Furbush way outside, full count. In your experience, have you noticed that when pitchers come out in an emergency situation like this where they have to warm up here on the mound as opposed to coming in from out of the bullpen where they've got steady work, sometimes you'll see performances like this?
Yeah, it's a different, it's a mental shift really, because You're not warming out in the bullpen like you normally do. It's just a completely different environment for you, so it's going to be tough to switch mentally.
3-2 pitch fouled away. There, you're used to being in the cocoon out there. You got your bullpen coach, your normal circumstances. Now you come out here, you're warming up. And as you made a great point about these guys get a chance to see it. And you don't get a chance, like his curveball's way off. Charlie's curveball's usually dynamite.
Yes.
Headley, the best hitter San Diego has. 3-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to Ryan. Out the charge. Throw quickly and retires Headley. And they hang a 0 on the board. Work to do. Time running short. 9th inning. Home ninth. Olivo, Saunders, and Sean Figgins scheduled up for the Mariners, who trail by the count of 5-1. Padres on top of the Mariners here at Safeco Field. First of 3 games against the San Diego Ball Club, and sad to report the passing of a gentleman who had or delivered great service to baseball, Roger Youngward. Look at his credentials. Scouting director here with the Mariners, and look at the folks he drafted. Ken Griffey Jr., Alex Rodriguez, Tino Martinez, Jason Veritek, and Ron Vallone. Also for the Mets, Darryl Strawberry, Lenny Dykstra, Kevin Mitchell, and Billy Bean. Thoughts and prayers go out to the Youngward family. Great credentials. Work to do here for the Mariners, trailing by the count of 5-1. San Diego Padres, the fewest road wins in the major leagues, with 6, on the verge of number 7 unless the Mariners can do something about it. Luke Gregerson, his second inning of work, he struck out 2 of the 3 men he faced in the 8th. Off the plate, ball 1 to Olivo. Miguel tonight, an infield hit, 1 for 3. And foul, scatters some Padres off the front rail. Carlos Quentin went diving down the steps.
A couple of brainiacs at the top of that lineup, huh? Venable from Princeton, Quentin from Stanford.
Check out Venable's his major.
No. Can you pronounce it?
Barely. Swing and a miss. What a breaking ball by Luke Gregerson.
Venable from Princeton, right? Scott Bradley, the former Mariner catcher.
Played basketball there too. Popped up. Taking a look, Hundley. Oh, you can pronounce. He was an anthropology major at Princeton. But that's usually not something you see on the resumes of Major League Baseball players.
Right.
Anthropology A and B Princeton. Well, there's a good number of Ivy Leaguers in the bigs. He's a catcher for the Brad Ausmus went to Dartmouth.
Yes.
You got Breslow and a bunch of those guys from Yale. Ron Darley. 1-2. Center field, Maben come in, couple steps. 1 out.
Scott Bradley, the baseball coach at Princeton, Dave, was catcher for Randy Johnson's no-hitter.
This is before you got here from Cincy.
Yep.
And they're going to make a pitching change, bring in the left-hander. That's going to be Joe Thatcher. 5-1 San Diego. One out here in the bottom of the ninth at Safeco Field. And the third pitcher tonight for Bud Black and the Padres, Joe Thatcher.
They see Thatcher's numbers here. 23 appearances on the year. Just a 2.2 ERA. He's given up 12 hits in 16 and a third innings. He's walked 7 and struck out 18. Has not given up a home run yet this year. Opponent's just hitting .203 against him.
And to face Michael Saunders. It's .268 against left-hand pitcher. Michael tonight, couple of hits. Fly to center. This one driven deep to center field. Way deep. Going back. Gone into the pen. Michael Saunders with another home run off a left-handed pitcher. That's his fourth. Makes it a 5-2 ball game for Saunders. His 7th home run. RBI number 22. It's a 3-hit night for the big fella.
Michael Saunders just continues his hot hitting. Taking this left-hander, Thatcher, a tough left-hander, coming down almost sidearm, but Michael just stays right on that. His head right down on the barrel. That pitch middle, and he drives this ball a long way, Dave, out into the second deck of that picnic area out there.
Brad and Bill, you had incoming. That was 420 plus easily. 428 official count on an 0-1 pitch. Well done by Michael Saunders. So his 7th home run and 4th against lefty pitcher. That's a fair ball down the line. Sean Figgins. He'll get extra bases. What's that fan thinking about? Dude, please. It's going to be a double anyway. But fair ball. Figgins with a double. That's his 5th of the year.
Well, Figgins keeping things going here. Gets a fastball down and in. And gets the barrel to it. Inside, just inside the line. It goes over the bag. Ends up in foul territory. But as it goes over the bag, it's a fair ball. Biggie picking up his 2nd hit of the night.
Black going to the pin again. So it brings in the left-hander Thatcher to face Saunders, and Saunders takes him out of the yard. Figgins with the ground rule double. Brendan Ryan's going to be the hitter when we come back. 5-2 San Diego.
Anywhere. I hope you will not do the same, or you're doing the same. Staying with us here. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink at the Ford Sports Desk. Michael Saunders has made this a 3-run game. That means the tying run could potentially come to play if the Mariners get one more on. Coming up on the post-game show, we've got lots for you. We're going to head into the skipper's office, listen to what Eric Wedge has to say. We'll try to catch up with Michael Saunders as well. This guy is just absolutely smoking hot at the plate. And we're going to revisit the Mariners' annual golf tournament from yesterday. Pretty amazing, guys. I'm at this golf tournament, and I see all these golf clubs lined up in a bus, and I'm thinking, they brought the Mariners golf clubs out here? No, that wasn't the case. It was actually the Padres golf clubs. They were up there on the other course at Newcastle playing yesterday. Back upstairs to you. Lots to get to on the postgame show.
All right, Angie, that was pretty impressive seeing their bus roll up as they Padres bring in their closer, Houston Street.
Now Houston Street with 5 saves on the year. Look at that ERA, .77, 11 2/3 innings. He's got some big numbers for the Padres.
And Kawasaki pinch hits, lines one foul, first pitch. Kawasaki pinch hitting from Brendan Ryan. Kawasaki Munenori, he is 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter on the season. 8 hits and 44 at bats. Figgins takes the lead at second, 1 out, a run in. Inside 1-1. Houston Street with Oakland, Colorado. All-American at Houston at the University of Texas. 3 consecutive appearances in the College World Series. Taken outside for ball 2. 2-1 to Kawasaki.
Kawasaki turned on that first pitch inside, and then Houston Street has gone 2 pitches off the plate away.
His daddy, a great quarterback at the University of Texas, James Street. 2-1 to Kawasaki. Off the plate, 3-1. Top of the order, Ichiro awaits. Three and 1 to Kawasaki. Pops it up. Short right field, foul territory near the tarp, and it is just out of play. Giving chase was Yonder Alonso.
You see That ball just reaching into the stands about the second or third row. Alonso giving it a good chase. Almost able to make the catch. Just out. It looked like it might have even tipped the tip of his glove. That was close.
Second life here for Kawasaki. Fouled it away.
How about Michael Saunders? 3 hits tonight. His other time at bat, Davey flew out to the warning track out there in left center field. He's just swinging that hot bat, driving the ball deep.
I'd venture to say that's the longest home run he's hit since he's been up here in the bigs.
That's a long
428 to deep left center field. 3-2 to Kawasaki. Line drive, base hit. Figgins being waved around. He'll score. So Munenori Kawasaki with a pinch hit RBI single for Mune, his 6th RBI. And it's now a 5-3 ball game, and Ichiro comes to the plate as the tying run.
Well, Munenori putting on an outstanding at bat here. Finally gets a 3-2 fastball that's about middle. And he's taking some good swings in that at bat. Puts a nice swing on this one. Drives that ball into right field to pick up the RBI.
Rally caps in effect here. Ichiro. Why not launch one here? Tying run at the plate. That's the 11th hit for the Mariners. One more than San Diego. Bud Black turned to his bullpen. They've opened the door here for the Mariners. Couple runs here. Home run Saunders, RBI Kawasaki. Here's Ichiro. That'll get that for a base hit. Kawasaki's going to get the 3rd. So the Mariners in business. They'll bring the winning run to the plate. Runners at the corners. 1 out, bottom of the 9th.
Well, some good hitting in this inning for the Mariners. Starting to feel like that big inning in the 6th for the Padres. Just putting out those line drives one after another. Ichiro gets his pitch. Down in the strike zone again on the outside part of the plate. Ichiro stays on it nicely. Able to get that ball into the right center gap. Kawasaki getting the 3rd. Mariners with 1st and 3rd, only 1 out.
Ackley represents the winning run. Inside, ball 1. Justin tonight a ground out to second, a base hit to center, ground out to 3rd, ground out to 1st. First time Ackley facing off against Houston Street. 12 hits for the Mariners. Pitch taken for ball 2. Big opportunity for the Mariners. Pitch to Ackley. Takes it for a strike. Solid case, he might have been punched out.
Yeah, instead of a 2-1 count. Good fastball count.
2-1 here to Ackley. 3-1 to count. Jesus Montero's on deck.
Ackley laid off that. Looked like a slider on the inside part of the plate. Runs off the plate. Finds himself now with a 3-1 count.
Great opportunity here for Ackley. Street is ready. Kawasaki and Ichiro holding their positions. Mariners trying to rally here. They've got 2 on the board. And looking for more. 1 out, the 3-1 to Ackley. Popped up back this way. 3-2. Five runs, 10 hits, no errors for San Diego. 3-12-0 for the Mariners. Payoff pitch to Ackley. Swung on. Wild pitch gets away. Kawasaki scores. Make it 5-3. Ichiro down to second. So a strikeout wild pitch.
It's been a crazy game tonight. This pitch down in the dirt. Ackley gives it a swing. It looked like the catcher tried to backhand this ball rather than going down there to block it. Hundley just giving it the backhand. It goes off the glove. That's why you don't backhand it, because it's going to ricochet off. You can see that ball go off the heel of his glove and back to the backstop. Ackley not only reaches, but the Mariners are that much closer, Dave.
You got Ichiro down at second. 5-4 ball game. How about this? Outside to Montero. Runner was at first. Ackley is out. Ichiro, the wild pitch, goes down to second. And there's 2 outs. Big spot here for Montero. Tying run at second. And that's ground ball to second base. Forsythe will throw him out. San Diego holds on to win by the count of 5-4. The Padres' 7th road victory. They had the fewest road victories in the major leagues coming into tonight, so you know this win feels good for them as they survive it. Mariners had all kinds of opportunities, Dan. We take you back to the 6th when they had them loaded up and couldn't score.
Yeah, they just weren't able to get that big hit in that inning, which would have changed the complexion of that ball game. And then I'll tell you what, the Padres in that top of the 6th just poured it on, getting those big hits at the bottom of the lineup, taking advantage of some fastballs early in the count, and that was really the difference in the game. Mariners tried to come back here late, but just weren't able to close the gap.
Could not get enough. 5-4 the final. Padres take the first of 3 here in Seattle. It's in yet center field. Post-game show begins right now with Brad.